We've got microplastics in our water, plastics in our oceans. We're seeing a huge shift in the climate, increased prevalence of storms, droughts, firestorms. It's always these 1 in 100 year events which tend to be more than 1 in 100 years.
Society's faced with a number of major global challenges. Multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approaches are what we need for the 21st century, especially out of our scientists.
The Bachelor of Environmental Science with Honours was developed in response to both student and employer demand for deeper specialisation in environmental science.
The environmental science degree will equip graduates with the skills, the knowledge and the networks that they'll need for being a big part of the solution for some of these global challenges.
Students will get a wide range of skills, from analytical skills, but also be able to communicate with community, with mana whenua, to appreciate the different knowledge systems, Western science and mātauranga Māori.
You start off with a lot of introductory material, get to grips with basic concepts of environmental science, and then as you move through the degree, you become exposed to increasingly sophisticated and state-of-the-art methodologies, knowledge and access to networks. I think one of the really exciting parts of the last decade has been weaving in the community as part of that learning experience. So we're not just looking at the natural environment, but we're really looking at how the human environment interfaces with that.
Canterbury provides an ideal location to teach environmental science. We can take a genuine mountains to the sea approach.
It's just the perfect spot because you've got Kaikoura, you've got the coast, you've got our catchments in terms of our waterways, you've got lakes, mountains and braided rivers. It's a living laboratory and it's right on our back doorstep.
We have a really wonderful suite of field stations which we actively use, so constantly out on field trips looking at those environments.
As part of this program, students will be required to complete 400 hours of work integrated learning, partly so that students gain some experience and some skills through working in the workforce, and it also allows them to make connections and to help them figure out what kind of employment they would like to have after they finish their degree. We have 6 majors in this program. The first one is ecosystem health and biosecurity. So if you're interested in addressing biodiversity issues, if you're interested in helping to find a way that ecosystems function, this is the major for you.
Environmental contamination, we're talking about the E. coli, we're talking about heavy metals, and bringing that back, but not only to the impacts of contamination on our ecosystems, but also contamination of our food in terms of mahinga kai.
Environmental change is for students who are interested in more the geosciences and interested in climate change and how the environment is changing. Then we have our freshwater major, which will prepare students for sustainable management of freshwater resources, which is a big issue for New Zealand.
The natural hazards and disasters major is looking to understand things like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, floods, droughts, tsunami, and how they might be hazardous to society, but how we might use those environmental science skills to ensure that society is working sustainably and hopefully becoming resilient.
Last but not least, we have the Sustainable Coasts major, and so this is for students who are interested in managing the coasts. This major combines marine biology and natural hazards.
I don't think there's any doubt that environmental science has got extremely healthy career prospects. We know already that many of our graduates are going into really stimulating and well-paying jobs.
There's opportunities to work with an industry, iwi organisations.
Environmental consulting firms, NGOs.
Local government through with councils, such as being a hazard analyst. You might have opportunities in central government around setting policy and some of the bigger picture work which can have huge effect.
It's designed for any student that has NCA Level 3 science qualifications, but I think more importantly it provides a career path to support the passions of those that want to go into environmental sciences. It's an opportunity for them to contribute and give effect to positive change. It's topical, it's timely, and I think it follows the aspirations of a lot of our rangatahi.